Alright, today we're going to be talking about the best indicators to use for binary options. Now, as you can see, we're on the IQ option platform and there are a number of indicators that we can look at using, and all of them have their place, most definitely. It's not to say that these indicators are bad or not usable. The only problem is most people tend to use indicators the wrong way. So what I mean is, people seem to think that indicators are some sort of signal provider where you can slap an indicator on your chart and you can trade according to what the indicator is telling you. But the truth is that is not how indicators work. Indicators do not tell you what is going to happen. Indicators are lagging and they tell you what has already happened and they tell you what is happening currently. So usually what will happen is, if an indicator is telling you something and you enter a trade because of it, you're already too late to the party. But what we like to use indicators for is just to help see what is happening in the markets a little bit easier at first glance without having to really study the chart to determine what is happening. Indicators can just help you at the blink of an eye. You can quickly just look at the chart and know what's going on, understand what's happening. So with that being said, let's get into the indicators that we use particularly. Like I said, there are many indicators and all of them have their place for sure, but this video is going to be about the indicators that we use and the ones that we recommend, because we've found that they help us quite a bit. And basically those indicators are just, as you can see on the charts here, we have two moving averages on the chart. Now I'm going to go into what those moving averages are and why they're on the chart and how we use them. So the moving averages that we use are an 8 and a 21 period moving average, and the type of moving average is an EMA, an exponential moving average. So if you have a look over here, it's an 8 period EMA. Always set the thickness to the middle one just so you can see it nice and easy. Colors don't matter, none of that stuff matters. As long as you've got the 8 and the 21 period EMA on your chart, this is what it'll look like. And basically what this does is it helps us determine what is happening in the markets when we just glimpse at the markets quickly. Now we're on the 1 hour time frame. I'm going to go down to the smaller time frames because I know most of the people watching this video aren't trading big time frames. They're trading the smaller ones, as do we. But basically this is what we use these two moving averages for, and it's basically just for identifying trend and momentum. So basically what we're saying is, when you've got these two moving averages, let's just turn them off real quick. Okay, so now this is a naked chart. If I really want to, I can see where the momentum is, but it's just easier with the moving averages. So by momentum and trend, I mean, is the market falling or is it rising? And we know in a rising market we want to be buying, and in a falling market we want to be selling. So when I look at a movement like this, I can clearly see this is a falling market. The momentum has shifted to the downside. When the pushes start moving more to the upside, I can see the momentum is more to the upside. Comes down again, I can see this. Okay, I've been doing this for a long time, so I can identify these things fairly easily. But for newer traders, it can be quite confusing. It's a lot more difficult. I can clearly see the momentum has been shifting to the upside, but with that being said, my bias would probably still be to the downside, just because the overall direction is to the downside. Okay, but we won't get into that today. Today we're just looking at the momentum and basic short-term trends, because that's what matters in binary options, because we're getting in and out very quickly. So let me turn these two indicators back on and I'll show you how it can help us to see exactly what's happening. So when the moving averages, so just to give you an idea, the 8 EMA is the blue one, and the 21 EMA is the purple one. So when the 8 the smaller the number, it will always stick closer to the price. So the 8 EMA will always be closer to the price. The 21 will always be a little bit further away from the price. So what we like to say is when the 8 is below the 21, it means that momentum has shifted to the downside. When moving averages fan out like this, that's when you can see a real good momentum shift. I wouldn't really be looking to trade in this condition where it's crossing. I like to see clear momentum. The moving averages must be clearly opening up, and like I said earlier, without the moving averages on the chart, maybe this looks like an upward momentum, but because of the moving averages, it's helping me to see that the momentum hasn't confirmed yet. There has been no cross with the moving averages. The moving averages haven't opened up to the upside. So for me, I've got no real reason to want to place a trade here. Like I said, if anything, I'm still more biased to sell it in this condition. So these are the moving averages that we use. They help you see exactly where the momentum and the short-term trends are very easily. So when it moves to the downside like this, you can see we're looking for sell positions. When price pulls back, you're looking for sell positions. Moving averages cross, they don't really open up a lot here. They have opened a small amount, and I can tell you when it was happening, you might have seen a difference. Moving averages open up there. There is a pullback that could have been a good profit. We don't know. We don't like to back test too much, but all I'm going to say is that these moving averages definitely do help. I definitely recommend putting them on your charts and seeing how they work for you, seeing if they make things a little bit easier for you to see. And yeah, hope that video helped. If you learned something here, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe for daily binary options content, and comment if you have any questions whatsoever. If you are interested in learning how to trade binary options properly, do consider checking out our Viper binary strategy. It is the real way to trade binary options, and it is highly effective. If you're interested in this, go check us out, www.traderoomsessions.com. All the information you need is on the website.